Praise God.
Hey, good morning,
And if you
Facebook
don't have a
fam.
Bible with you, we encourage you. You
This is
can look
John
on and
Brooks
share with
II
that
coming
person
at you
next to you. We are a
on
loving,
Facebook
friendly
page.
church. But if you lift your hand
You
up and
know,
just
one
keep
thing
it
I
real high for a
notice
few moments,
as
one
a
of our
lately,
hostess will be
is when
glad
you
to come
hear
by and give you
something,
a loaner Bible.
sometimes hearing
We are a
something is
Bible
better than
teaching church,
seeing it.
which means,
So,
as always,
you know,
we're
every
looking at a
once in a
lot of
while, I
scripture
try to
today.
come on with a
We
little,
just started a 28-day
the
challenge on
post I
last
make and
Sunday called
stuff.
the
So,
Call of
I
Duty. That's
try
why you
to,
see many of
make a
us in
video about it,
our
just so
military-type gear,
sometimes it can
because
help
we're
somebody.
reminding
Sometimes it
ourselves that we are
sinks in a little better
enlisted in
when
the
you hear
kingdom
it.
of
So,
God's army. We are
I guess
committed
just
to Jesus Christ. And
pretty
there's a
much my
mission,
message
there's a
for the
duty that the
day,
Lord has assigned to us.
pretty
Well, we've been
much
looking at it from
just
Deuteronomy chapter
stay
10,
prayerful.
but the scripture asks the
Prayer
question,
works.
what is it that
Some
the
people
Lord
lose
requires
faith,
of
some
us?
people lose
And
hope,
there are four
but
things in
prayer
particular that
works.
we've
Stay
identified that if
prayerful,
we fulfill
and when
these
you
four
pray to
things, we
God, you got
believe
to
we
pray with a
fulfilled our
sincere
call of
heart
duty.
too, because at
One
the
of
end
them
of the
is
day,
surrender to
God
God.
knows
We
your
found
heart.
out last week and this past
So,
Thursday night that
you might
our
pray for
love has
something
got
like,
to
"Oh
be red
God, if
hot
you bring me
passion
out of
for God.
this, I
Secondly, that we're
promise
going to
I'll stop
address
doing
today
this
is
and
to
I'll stop
fear
doing
God.
that,
Love God,
stop
fear
doing that."
God.
But
And
in
then
the
he
back
says
of
that
your
we are
heart,
to walk
you
in all of
probably
his
ain't. You
ways. That
probably ain't
means
gonna
to
stop doing
obey
it. So
him in
what it is, at
everything
the end
we
of
do.
the day, you
And
gotta
then the
pray with a
last thing
sincere
that is the
heart to
call of
God,
duty is to serve God,
and let
which is
Him know.
take the
You
gifts
have
and
to have a
callings and
heart of
abilities he's
change.
placed in our
You
lives, yield them
can't
back
say you're
unto
gonna
him and let
change
God use them
and
in
don't have that
whatever way
change in your
he
heart.
sees fit.
You have to
So
one in your heart have to
Ecclesiastes
change
again,
yourself. So
beginning at
just
chapter
pray,
12 of Ecclesiastes,
keep the faith, and remember in
we're going to read
everything,
verse
the
number
fear of God is the
13.
beginning of anything. So the fear of
It
God
says, let us hear the
is the beginning
conclusion
of
of the
a
whole matter.
if you want to have a good
Fear God.
relationship,
Somebody
it
say,
got to
fear
start with the
God.
fear of God. If you
Come on,
want to
say it
have a
like you mean it.
good,
Fear God.
you want to start a business, it got to
Fear
start with the
God and
fear of
keep
God.
his
You know what
commandments,
I'm
for
saying? You want to have
this
anything
is
that you start,
man's
it all
all.
has to start
King
with the fear
James
of
says
God.
this is the
So,
whole
just keep the faith in
duty
God,
of man.
fear
Turn over
God,
to Psalm number 34.
stay in your word and pray. And this is
Fearing
just a
God.
small
That is one
message
of the
for
things that
today.
he
And,
requires of us, to fear God.
I'll try, like I
Well, now,
said,
what
at
does it
least
mean to
once or
fear God?
twice,
I'll
at
give you
least once a
plenty of
week.
information today
I
about
want to
what it
try to
means to
just get
fear
some
God.
words of
But one
encouragement
of
for
the things I want
everybody.
you to grab
So,
hold of
you
is
know,
what
all I can just say is
David
stay
says to us here in
blessed,
Psalm number
stay
34.
prayerful. Just
Because
know
if you don't
God is
understand
working
what the fear
things
of
for
God
you,
is, that's okay.
and
Not a
God
big
has
deal.
things for
Because we can do
you
something about that today.
that He knows you deserve.
Psalm number
Just remember
34,
this:
verse number 11.
when you give your
David
life to
said, come,
God,
you
just
children,
know that
listen to me,
God sees you
and
as the
I
person
will
He wants you
teach
to
you
be.
the
Even though you're
fear
here,
of the
God
Lord.
sees
If
you
you
as
haven't
you're over
underlined that in your
there.
Bible, you should underline it
So
in your Bible.
you're
I will
receiving the
teach you
blessings
the
of the person that He
fear
sees you
of
as,
the Lord.
rather
The
than as
Amplified
what
Bible
you
says,
are.
come, you
And as long
children,
as you
listen to
continue to
me,
move
and I
forward,
will teach you to
the blessings will
revere
just get
and
greater,
worshipfully
you'll start
fear
seeing what you
the Lord. Well,
deserve. You
now
know what I'm
David
saying?
says
And
to
sometimes
those that he's writing to
we
here
human,
in
so
Psalms that
sometimes
he
we
can
make
teach
mistakes,
them the
and
fear of the Lord.
sometimes we'll
Well,
move
now how many
backwards.
know that
But as
must
long as
mean
you
that the
ask
fear of
for
the Lord is not something you're
repentance,
automatically born with?
and God sees in your
If
heart
it can
that
be
you're
taught,
truly
then that means it's
sorry,
not innate, it's not
then what it
organic, it's
is
not
you're
automatic. It's
turning back
something that can be
around.
taught, something
Instead
that
of
can be
going the wrong
transferred,
way,
something that can
you're
be
going down the
developed,
road,
something that can
and
be
you see you're
learned.
going the wrong
But
way, you're not
also,
going to keep
if
going
it
the
can
wrong
be
way.
learned, watch
You're going to
this,
turn
it can
around. So it's
be
the same in
forgotten.
life. You know what I'm saying? Like, you
Or
just
you can let
stop,
it slip. Come
see
on,
what
say
you're
amen,
doing
somebody.
wrong, ask
Some of you
God
know
for
in high school you
forgiveness,
took 4
and then just
years
continue
of
to try to do the
Spanish,
right thing. And that's really all it was
and
about.
today,
It's at the end of
hundreds
the
of
day, it's
years
about
later,
prayer,
you
asking
know
God for
as much Spanish as I
forgiveness,
do. Uno, dos,
claiming
tres, cuatro,
claiming what He
cinco,
already
seis, right?
has for you.
Well, why?
At the
Because
end
you
of the day, it's
learned it, but if
already
you don't
there for
stay
you.
in it, come on, say
You
amen,
just got to
somebody.
claim it,
You can learn it
and
and
you got
then
to
let it
walk.
slip
You
or
got to walk with
forget it.
God. You got to walk in
So
the way of the
David said,
righteous. You know what I'm
come to
saying?
me and I'm going
Like
to
I say, none
teach
of we humans,
you
so
the
we're not
fear
perfect.
of the
We're
Lord.
gonna
By the
make
time I'm done
mistakes.
today,
You know what I'm
I
saying?
trust
But
you will understand
you
why
just
every
got to
one of
try to
us in here
take it one
needs
step
to
at a
learn the
time.
fear of the Lord.
Even if you want to work at one
Now,
thing at
what
a
is the
time. Say
fear of the Lord?
today,
Well, the fear of the
I want to
Lord,
stop all my
first and
cursing. You
foremost,
know what I'm saying?
is
So
an
stop
attitude.
cursing. You know what I'm saying? Work with that.
And there
You
are
know what I'm
three
saying? You can only
components to
work
the
at
fear
one
of the
thing at
Lord.
a
I want to take
time.
my time
You
with this,
can't just
especially this 7
expect
o'clock
to
service. I
be
know we have a
great
lot of
all at
folks
one
that are
moment.
new to the
One
church or
thing
they're
is
new to the things of
Yeah, even the Bible it says you have to learn the fear of God. So that means, you know what I'm saying, we don't just, when you claim your life to God, you ain't just perfect. You know what I'm saying? You got to work your way up to who God wants you to be, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I feel like people mistake us as Christians as they just say, I'll say I'm a Christian, and all of a sudden they expect me to be this old holy greatness person. Like, it don't work like that. You have to learn to be a Christian, you know what I'm saying? That's why you study in your word, you pray, have a relationship with God. That's number one in anything. You know what I'm saying? You know, just like people always think you're supposed to go to church. Yes, you're supposed to go to church, but that's for your spiritual feed. You know what I'm saying? It's people who go to church every Sunday that, you know what I'm saying, they just come to church just to go to church. Going to church ain't gonna get you into heaven. It's about that personal relationship you got with God, and going to church and everything else that comes along with it. You know what I'm saying? So you can't just expect to be great overnight. Know that you still gonna make mistakes. But the more that you try to be like him, the more you try to get I want to say in your spirit, the less control your flesh have over you. And that's what it is about being more in the spirit than in the flesh. Because the flesh is going to say, oh, I want to go do this and I want to do that, even though I know it's wrong, I want to do that. But when you're in the spirit, your flesh might say, oh, I want to do this, but your spirit, man, is going to catch you, say, no, I'm not going to let you control that. You don't control this. You don't run this. My good spirit runs this. Spirit of God runs this. So, and like I said, it's about learning. You know what I'm saying? Just like how people go to school. Say, for instance, you go to school to be a doctor. When you tell people that you're going to school to be a doctor, they don't expect you to know everything. They don't expect you to be a doctor because guess what? You ain't got that certificate yet to say you're a doctor. So it's the same thing with Christianity. Just because you say you're a Christian don't mean you finna be this Holy Spirit. You got to learn to be like Christ. You got to learn to be a Christian. So, just for those people out there that just expect you to be all holy when you say you saved, you can be saved and still make mistakes. We're human. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, that's why Jesus died on the Christ for us, on the cross for us, because at the end of the day, none of us will ever be close to worthy enough to come into the kingdom of heaven. But God said, if you live your life as best as you can, and live my word and my commandments, he know we gonna make mistakes. Period. You know what I'm saying? No, everybody's gonna make mistakes. The most holiest person is gonna make mistakes. The point is, they probably gonna make less mistakes than others, but they're still gonna make mistakes because they're human. Period. So, that's just my message for today is just stay prayerful, folks. God hears you. God hears you, and he's going to answer your prayers. At the end of the day, it's all what's in God's will, and it's going to come in due time. It's going to come when God sees you're ready for it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like as you mature as a child. You know what I'm saying? You don't just know these things. You have to mature and learn. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, don't worry about what other people say about you. I mean, seriously, if I went off what other people had to say about me, I'd be a miserable person. But people gonna say things about you, you know what I'm saying? But and people's not gonna be able to accept that change. People don't want to see you grow. People are gonna continue to, even if you growing, they're gonna knock you for your faults. You know what I'm saying? Like just like when you're a child. If you crawling and everybody else walking, they're gonna tease you because you're crawling and they're walking. But then when you start walking, now that you're walking like them, then they're gonna be like, oh, but you used to crawl. You know what I'm saying? People are always gonna blame you for what you used to do. Don't worry about how everybody else feels. Just worry about how God feels. As long as you got God's approval, nobody else's approval matters. Period. So don't worry about what other people think about how you used to be. That's a lot of things I used to be. You know what I'm saying? But I've got the Spirit of God in me. I want to continue to grow. And that's, God knows in my heart, I want to grow. I want to be a better man. I want to be a man of God. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, I don't want to mature in man. I don't want to mature in this human flesh. I want to mature in the spirit, because maturity in the spirit will make you wise beyond your years. You know what I'm saying? I have people all the time tell me I act like an old man. It's funny to me, but it's true. I feel like, sometimes I do seem, more mature than a lot of people that I know, but it's people out there that's more mature than me, so I'm not putting myself on a high pedestal. Then the day it's always going to be somebody that's where you're not. So, you know what I'm saying? You can't, like I said, we got to stop judging, because at the end of the day, you'll go in church and see somebody shouting, and you be like, man, I'm not on they level. But then you see somebody over here cussing and acting a fool, you be like, oh, but I'm not like them. Don't act like you're better than them because you're not where they're at. Because remember, one day you were where they're at. You know what I'm saying? Where they were. You got to remember, God had to pick you up from somewhere. God didn't pick you up and you was all perfect. You was damaged too, and you had issues. So at the end of the day, we just gotta learn to love one another. At the end of the day, it's love, 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 and keep God first and foremost. Fear God, keep the faith, prayer, study your word, and just continue to just try to better yourself. And like I say, it all starts in your heart. At the end of the day, I can't see your intentions. Nobody else can see your intentions. But remember, God sees everything. You can act fake to somebody, but guess what? God knows in your heart that you hate this person. So you can't. At the end of the day, you can't fake God. So, that's all I got for today. I honestly didn't even know I was gonna go this long, but that's all I got for today. And like I say, at least once a week, I'm gonna try to get some words of encouragement. You know what I'm saying? I found the pastor, that I love. It's a Bible teaching church, Impact Church, Jacksonville, Florida. Pastor George Davis, and he's a wonderful teacher. And I just say whatever I learn, I'll be glad to share. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I want to see everybody do good. And that's what it's about. It's about helping one another. It's about helping each other do good. So, at the end of the day, just love your neighbor. Try your best not to judge. And like I said, we human, so we gonna do it. Period. There's gonna be people who judge. Just try not to judge so much. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, God is the only judge. So, like I said, stay prayerful, stay in your word, trust God, keep your faith, and just get a personal relationship with God. Even if you don't go to church right now, that'll be the one advice I give you. Get a relationship with God. And prayer is that main communication in that relationship. So pray, pray, pray. Start reading your word and find you a church home. Because like I said, at the end of the day, our spirit needs to be fed. That's what the pastors are there for, to teach us, give us our spiritual feeding. So, church is important. Just know that church is important for you to get fed. You know what I'm saying? Just like you go to work to feed, just imagine, to make your money to get fed. Just look at church like that. You going to church to work your spirit man and to get that feeding, get what he needs. You know what I'm saying? You got to feed that spirit man. So I love y'all. Have a good day. Keep God first. And I'm praying for everybody. Love y'all.